I say no to Mr. Joe. Let Joe go back, man. This is your October. Let Joe go back in the bush that they play he belongs because he do nothing here in woman early. They do nothing for our country. So let them go back to the place. They will not get one vote here. We tired today. We tired tomorrow.
I'm Jackson William. You see, my brother, this is a little business that I made to support my 5 children. During the year 2005, Madam Seri told us that there was going to be free primary education, especially comparative, free primary education. And she told us there will be a lot of job facility and company than ever before. And she said also there was going to be a stop to corruption, and corruption was going to be her worst enemy. And I think she set precedent on Judy Bryant. But after Judy Bryant died and all the rest of her ministers were just transferred to another ministry for corruption, I see the election to be very critical. And one thing I should tell the Liberian people is to get the United Party out of Liberia completely, because they are people like the demonic forces that is hanging over Liberia, trying to suck our blood and destroy our children and great-grandchildren future. They are. I'm talking to say that I'm very vexed because you talk about the man they call Joseph Boaga in today's way. I'm against it totally. I'm against the entire United Party. Let government.
So meaning you are saying no to Joe, right?
No to Joseph Boaga. No to the United Party. Let it go our way. Let it leave us. Let us live our peaceful life. Let our children go to school happily, and let Papa come home with black plastic bag filled with rice, pepper, chicken soup, and let the children be happy.
My name is Loretta. We have one fan this government. The Joe man is talking about as a land Joe rule this government for the 2 years. For the 2 years, not small years. And then there is nothing that you can show. I can show you like brand people. So for that reason, we are not talking about Joe. We want him no more. He said when I offer Joe, he comes to work there. I'm not saying because he is corrupted. The whole government is corrupted for one fact. Right now, our children, you see, younger than me, I say you go here. I say you say you go. When I'm a child, your child is in school. But when you go to the schoolhouse, you say you won't go see your child to school, my dear. The money that will force it. The money why you get up to or TV or theater. So again, the market will make it so even pay our children's school fee. They can manage him, my dear. So for the reason we tired.
Just a bit for me, I'm not satisfied because. You know, for the government have been ruling up to this time, or 2 days the last time. But we have been disappointed by the government. And me more especially having to do with our leader, which is the president. Yeah, and the current government has the most educated government, but now the current government has the most corrupt government. So what? If good, then what bad? So that's my problem, really. She said you have no control over prices for what as a leader. They won't have control over prices. So for me, right now, I'll talk all the finish, but I don't think I can vote to that barrier because it's the same government. When you get in power, it will be the same government because she will control him. Yeah. So for me, I'm not very willing to see Joe Boaga leading us as president.
We suffer too much. You are very hard. We used to buy a couple of for $20, but now you go anywhere, you go a couple of at $35, $40. We have bigger at $2,000. We used to buy a couple of $75 in a bush, but now we buy it $200 now. Poor bear, now $450. Kiapra, Nana Aqua, there's a $350 or $375. We suffer too much. After me, and I feel a little for me. Because school, and I go to school, you just say a child. The money and the call, they used to say government school. But now when you go register a children government school, you will pay money $5,000 or $3,000. Yeah? So our children are suffering. We don't have correct, even hospital. Even your child say running with them to the hospital, they'll just say pay money before you hold your child in the hospital. They don't want help. Poor people are around. They don't want to help the poor people. Black people pass them and they don't want to help them. We're suffering in this country too much. I leave the government try to do something. The government promised that when she win, she's going to help the Liberian people. She's going to build school, she's going to build hospital. Even the mansion, So she said that when the money she's going to pay all to this time. Nothing good will not hear. So we're suffering this country. We need peace now. They say no war, but the one that we're feeling now is more than war. So we're tired now. We're tired. And say no, no, and no, forever no.
Liberians poured into Monrovia from far and wide on Saturday to rally at the Coalition for Democratic Change's campaign launch for this year's presidential and legislative elections. Supporters landed at the CDC's Congo Town headquarters as early as 6:30 in the morning to cheer on the party's leader and presidential candidate, Senator George Weah. The crowds wrought havoc onto Tubman Boulevard, leaving massive traffic. Revelers on foot squeezed through the cars and street vendors to get inside the rally. Others danced in the street to blaring music. Once inside, supporters were entertained by hours of back-to-back performances by popular music artists, dancers, and demonstrators in costumes. Weah finally came out to address the crowd at around 11 o'clock. This is Weah's second time running for president. He lost the election to President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf back in 2005 in a runoff with only 40% of the vote compared to Sirleaf's near 60%. Now Weah is more determined than ever to get a landslide victory so he can make it to the top office without any interruption.
Make no mistake, we will not sit idle and allow our democratic rights to be infringed upon, which could ultimately produce a leader that wasn't elected by the people, was elected by a few. I want to assure you that the sacrifices will not be in vain. We seek nothing but the first round victory.
During his speech, Weah stressed the need for a harmonious and transparent election. At one point, he touched on the importance of upholding reconciliation to move the country forward.
I say to you, learn to forgive. We forgive others not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace.
The widely attended affair happened just days after Weah failed to appear at the first presidential debate in Painesville, featuring his opponents and 4 of the other leading parties. Ralliers, however, say they don't care about debates. Weah's humble upbringing in the slums of Monrovia have made it easy for many Liberians to identify with him over candidates with more elite backgrounds. Plus, his immense popularity as one of the world's best soccer players continues to excite his young, loyal following. Despite his popularity, Weah winning this year's election isn't a sure thing. Only half of Liberians are registered to vote, and a study commissioned by Front Page Africa found that about 50% have almost evenly spread out their support among 5 of the top parties. The rest are undecided. Weah founded the CDC in 2004 when he was running against Sirleaf for president. In 2011, he unsuccessfully ran as a vice presidential candidate to Winston Tubman under the same party. Weah was later elected as a senator presiding over Montserrado County 3 years later in 2014. It remains to be seen if Weah's latest political experience will be enough to convince voters to put him in the presidential office this time around. The day of the rally, his young supporters fervently praised his name as the obvious choice, but more skeptical and discerning voters off-site could cost him.
Let's keep hope alive. Change is coming. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
This is Monique John reporting from Monrovia for Front Page Africa.
I've never been a city boy. I'm happiest on the farm. The farm is where I grew up and where I love to be.
Benanayuri was born in the country, on his family's farm outside Kearsburg. He grew up in the family's old frame house. The Uries were a big family, but they were close. There were 20 family members living in the house. There were 6 to 8 sleeping to a room.
On the farm where I grew up, we had to go to bed between 6 and 7 o'clock to be able to actually sleep in the bed.
Benana's dad had 3 wives, and for Benana, they were all his mothers. Like everyone in a deeply traditional and rural community around Kearsburg, he grew up speaking a mix of English and Pele.
It is important to know your roots and culture. One of the wonderful things about Liberia is the diversity of its people and its heritage.
The farm was an all-family affair. The Uries did all the work on the farm itself. As a child, the young Benana would get up early with his brothers and sister to work on the farm before going to school each day.
My family taught me the value of hard work and education.
Today, the Uri farmland is at the heart of a major Liberian business that provides work and food for thousands of people. Wuka Farms. The farm produces eggs, poultry, cattle, pigs, and even crocodiles, as well as growing vegetables, cocoa, and pineapples.
This farm has grown to be one of the biggest employers of Liberia. We provide food for thousands of people, and I believe my father and mother would be proud today.
Wuka Farm isn't just a business. It's a community and a home. It's a family. Farming is Liberia's lifeblood. Our climate makes much of the land rich and fertile, with vast forests and a rich abundance of water. And 7 out of 10 Liberians live and work on a farm. Liberia should be feeding itself, indeed. Much of the lowland of Liberia is suitable to rice farming, as well as bananas, cassavas, and butter pears. But the war years destroyed much of our agriculture and infrastructure. And too many Liberians still struggle to grow enough food to feed their families and sell their produce to make a decent standard of living. Most of our food is imported, making it too expensive for ordinary Liberians to afford. Instead of modern tools and equipment to make farming easy, they still have to use the tradition of farming methods. The lack of good roads means that it's hard to get the produce that is grown to the market.
The attitude of Liberians, even in this government, towards agriculture has to change. If we're going to move forward as a people and a country, we have to look at agriculture more positively. We have to realize one thing: to live, you need food. For your economy to progress, you need food. We have to invest in agriculture, because if you invest in agriculture, you invest in life. And if you invest in agriculture, you're investing in your future. Everything else might get depleted, but the soil doesn't. It will never get depleted. We need to invest in the soil.
Aha, y'all want it roll, the punch giant ready to take over.
Like
y'all want it roll, beef, Papa come here again. Y'all want it roll, Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all want it roll, Mama Joe come here again. Who want it roll, see Tisha come here again. Now the whole country giant come here so. Better move, I say you're better move, you're more. You be somebody get away. Pulling back the get away. We come here again. Who wanna roll cities? We come here again. Young wanna roll job. We are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe? I come here again. Up in the roll cities, she come here again. Now the whole country chayane kamizo. Victory. Better move victory. Better move victory. Some people take you away. Victory. Better get away. Victory. We come here again. We first the winners game. We come here again. Coalition for democratic change. Now the whole country champion coming so. You better move a road. I say you better move your foot. You keep raising get away. Better get away. Yen say I'm on Bo, I say I come. At Table, Mosico corridor. Yen say I'm on Bo, I say I come. See the shake your body, see shake your body, I don't shake your body, see shake your body, I try le oh, see your le oh, I try le oh, see your le oh, say. We'll celebrate. I wear Mosi go corridor. Today is a wonderful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. DJ Vitoridi. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your movement. We'll celebrate. You be brothers in your way. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze. Mama, you are inside the breeze. You need the body in worry.
Brothers International, y'all.
Team feeling in a race. CDC. We feeling in a race. Everybody look at this. Feeling in a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with full. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming there, y'all to beat it. Big politician. We putting y'all on the ground. CDC, feeling take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Money, we are. Joe, Howard Taylor. Crow Brothers, huh? We don't want to country giant. Y'all know we the lion. We don't lie straight for Zion. To save the people then. From the hands of the wicked one. Darky and Fua. So this time they gotta get away. But we are powerful. That's sleeping Papa supposed to powerful. Enter Joe and powerful. I'm picking like that's supposed to powerful. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peaceful we remain. International we do be. Sing with me, say. Acha le 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 oh. See oh le 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 oh. Power to the people, only by the men and do evil. They say the people why I'm not putting them in the spot. They get a big king, no see rapping get rap the king. Better get away, and it's about the end your space. Like Jericho with plugging, CDC now take it. DC, CDC, we the champion team. Boom,
New Jersey, ruling by the you're in trouble. Come on, y'all move on the road. CDC coming in with four. We're not taking the straight for Joe. We're battle y'all to the chicken crow. AFC say y'all win the team, but who about more than win the team? Now we the champion team, so for the win the game. AFC say y'all turn giant, or win a lion from Zion. Now we the whole country giant, we eat again, and we eat the cayenne. So if y'all walk, you be people, y'all be making butt. AFC we not some sir. If y'all ain't more the road, I keep with pour in your mouth. Ruling by the jelly, voila, every one of y'all making paka. You guys see we take over, so y'all coming in with far. We don't have for making fault, all we offer are making love. All the other party then going straight down to the doors. CDC we standing tall, observing and watching y'all. Y'all think that I'm thinking team, to be cheating the winning team. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. This time we too aware, so we changing the referee. Don't wanna roll beat, Papa come here again. Don't wanna roll Papa Georgie come here again. Don't wanna roll Mama Joe come here again. Don't wanna roll CD come here again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better move more. I say you're better move your more. You kiss about to get away. You sleepy Papa get away. We come here again. Who wanna roll CDC come here again. Who wanna roll Joe, we are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe, I come here again. Up in the roll CDC come here again. Now the whole country giant coming so. Better move more. Say you're better move your more. Joe, we are coming home. Better get away. Amanda, Amanda, my pouye, Liberia,
says she's representing her father. And she wants to know what we have done before and what we will do tomorrow. What I have done before, when Charles Taylor was president of Liberia, I was senator. I was the only man in the country who could stand before Charles Taylor and say you're wrong when he was wrong. I remember one time Charles Taylor said, only the Lebanese men will bring rice in the country to sell. I said no, I will not agree with him. If I was going to agree, I was going to get $1 for every bag of rice, $10 a day, a millionaire. But I said no because that is corruption, and that kind of money when you eat it, it'll make your children suffer in life. What else I have done, my wife and I started a scholarship program in 1984, even before I entered politics. Today, we've educated more Liberian children than any other politician in our country. So let's talk about the other part of the question, what will we do tomorrow? Tomorrow, we don't want any politician to have to take money from his pocket to have scholarship. The scholarship will be the responsibility of the Liberty Party government, so all our children can go to school free of charge. What else I want to do with education? All the children, when they finish high school, they must be able to go to the University of Liberia, where they can have free education. Some people say it cannot be done. Some people say government do not have money. I disagree. It can be done. I know it can be done because Tokman did it for me when I was at the University of Liberia. My father didn't pay 1 cent for school fee. All I had to do was study hard. Now I want to do the same thing for your children.
Remember, this is a historic opportunity. Elections 2011 is one of the most important elections this country has ever experienced. Why? Because the last time Liberia made a democratic transition as a result of an election from one president to another was in 1944 when Totman replaced Barclay. It is important that we do it this year. President Sirleaf has served almost 6 years and she has done what she could have done. It's time to have Liberty Party on board with a vision. Our vision consists of 4 major planks: reconciliation, reform, recovery, and rebuilding. Reconciliation is so important because if we don't reconcile, if we don't bring both people and uneducated people together, if we don't bring countrymen, Congo men, if we don't bring Pele men, Gio men, Kwan men, Madingo men together, if we don't bring Christian Muslims together, we run into trouble. We can build all the roads, all the bridges, bring all the lights in the water. We're going to destroy them again unless we reconcile ourselves. Corruption permeates every aspect of our society. Corruption is destroying our people. Money that's supposed to be used to build schools being taken away by corruption. President Sirleaf has told people over and over that she's just incapable of managing corruption. So we must put someone in power now who can put his brother in jail and there be no respect of person in this country here.
I brought with me today my last son, Robert. He lived in America. He came home to wait for me to be president. So I brought him here for him to see all the people who the president job belongs to. So he can know that the president job is not for me, it's not for him, it's for you who've been taking hard time all of these years, and it's your business that we're fighting for. Thank you, and God bless you.
I was in Addis Ababa attending a meeting when the news reached us. What else could I feel when Harry Greaves died other than extreme sadness? Because this was a talented person. But you know, I don't want to speak out on a Harry Greaves issue now because the investigation, in my view, is not concluded. And I said this to the Minister of Justice. I said this investigation must be concluded, starting from the beginning, right from wherever it started, at RLJ, to JFK person, to the people who came to do the autopsy, to the JFK doctor, to the other doctors that came from the family. All of that needs a comprehensive investigation for all of us to try to know. The Americans too, who came and did a lot of interviews. That report, as far as I know, has not yet reached us. They say they were checking it in the U.S. That's part of it. We need it. When that full investigation has been concluded and a report is out, that's the time I will speak. But let me just say this much. Anyone who accuses this government or me of having a part to play with Harry Greaves death is wicked, and let me leave it at that. God will expose the right people.
Hello viewers, welcome to Liberia Decides, another edition of our Street Talk. Today we are at ERW Junction, Pinsville. I'm Miss Vicjun Excel Wooter. We're here today to ask the Liberians on how they feel about the electoral process, especially the campaign that started July 31st. We've gone 15 days into this campaign and we're here to ask them, are they hearing the messages that will better their lives from the candidates asking them for their votes? Are they hearing issues relating to the health sector, the education sector, and even the security sector of our country? So stay tuned, keep watching, and listen to them as they express themselves. What is your name?
I'm Cherubin Colley.
Politicians are coming around asking us that we should vote for them. What are some of the messages you're hearing from them?
Well, they are talking about giving us education, and they will provide good health, that kind of stuff they are saying, but I don't know what the promises will come true. But they want to us that before.
Okay.
Francis Jobo. No. We don't judge anything these guys are saying. These guys are only saying things to attack each another. Okay. That's the thing we hear about them. The other men talk about your friend, the other men talk, they are not saying things bitterly where we affect the people, where we bring the issue to the Liberian people. They don't discuss this issue. They are only discussing issue, attacking your friend, how this man is there, the person is there. That is not the issue we want in our country. We want an issue where they will be discussing how well they will improve the Liberian people's life, how well they will bring the health sector to a good area, the education system. That would be the kind of thing we want to hear from politicians.
What is your name?
I'm Eric Williamson by identity. Yes, I'm hearing a lot of messages, and I'm not trusting those messages because predicated upon the previous elections and the campaigns that we have had, it has been, like let's say, sugar-coated tongues from them. So now we need action-oriented people, but those messages now that they are giving, it's not touching us anymore because we are tired and we are fed up with those messages because it's just a repeat of the same thing.
Hello, my name is OBDA. I heard some people message, change Liberia, build Liberia. So a lot of things have been here, and I love the campaign starter. No loss, things are going on smoothly.
Okay. My name is Douglas Cello. Oh, they're talking plenty things whole day. They will do that one, yeah. They will do that one. They will build road. They will build school. Thing will be fine for all. Every day they promise all good thing. The day they get there now, they not want to do nothing again.
Okay.
So that thing, and I want that to vote, yeah. But I will say vote because we just have to get leader.
I'm Elijah Barnes. Actually, I'm not hearing no message from politicians, but to my own belief, I want to tell my fellow Liberians that this campaign period, we should take it very lightly and take it peaceful, because many times election occur in Liberia, we found out that we can't understand nothing for the coming election. We see into it that it will be a kind of a peaceful election because it's a kind of an election in Liberia history that you find out that a sitting president will be turning chair over to the next presidential candidate that will win the election. So I'm so excited of this.
I'm Samuel Finto. Actually, not exactly. We are just praying for a God-fearing leader because almost all of our politicians, they are all failures. They are coming with a lot of rhetoric, they are coming with a lot of saying. End of the day, they cannot do it. So we are praying to get a rightful leader for this country.
My boy, what's up?
Alright.
You alright?
Yeah.
How are you also?
Thank God.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
You ready to vote?
Yeah, I got
You get a voter registration card?
Yeah.
You know, say we in the campaign process, eh?
Yeah.
We started since July 31st. You know?
Yes.
You hearing any message that will better our lives as Liberians from the politicians?
I have a lot of thoughts from people.
What are you hearing? Tell me now, share with me.
Some people like saying when they get in power, they will do better things for the country. A lot of people going around talking all type of things. That when they get in power, they able to change our life and do some other things. Then for us. But we pray that we're able to get a better person who will make Liberia go forward. That we all will be achieved, that we will not be on the street, that we're able to do something important for us tomorrow.
So the last time I was talking to my papi there, my old man there, my pikin there, all my rear getting, I went on Broad Street and then I went Clarendon, I even went Pinsville, I went Bon, Lofa, Nimba, Grand Cape Man, and all my papi there, everybody just telling me, say, the mayor, same we not see the mayor, the man looking like good mayor, the man just good, all the thing the man talking, it makes sense to help our country. But all the people then just keep telling us, say, oh, the man just coming, the man do nothing for Liberia. So I say, you know what? Yo, wait, let me go check so I can find out the thing here. So I went and checked. I checked that when the man was working with Coca-Cola, the man used his position to get people in Coca-Cola to donate about $2 million to support Liberia. During the Ebola time, the man decided, he said, I will help, I will get people together, I will use my position, $2 million. He stopped there. He provided scholarship for our children and Liberian children in Liberia and abroad. The man sponsored the Alexander B. Cummings Innovation Center at the AMU University. Imagine that for our students to be learning better, to get better access to Google things to learn. Then he decided, he said, no, I will look for local organizations in Liberia that are trying to do work for people to bring water. About 20 other organizations, 20 projects. He decided to sponsor 20 projects for organizations who were building pumps, digging well, helping to provide clean drinking water. He stopped there. The man spent almost $4.5 million in the Pinsville area, around the Dupo area, for you who actually live in there, to build the first school they call STEM school. That school is supposed to help our children and learn about computer, about technology, about math, about science. The first time ever in the history of Liberia. The man stopped that. The man convinced a friend in America during the Ebola crisis. That time you're not even thinking about running for president. During the Ebola crisis, he convinced a lot of BP people in America. He brought all of them with him to Liberia. He said, you gotta go see for ourselves what's happening in Liberia. He brought some top branding from Coca-Cola. Because of that, they decided that during the Ebola crisis, Coca-Cola would not shut down. While all the other companies that were closing, Coca-Cola remained open. In fact, Coca-Cola increased their work in Liberia by employing more Liberians. Now what could we not do? The man stopped there. Our president Ellen Johnson saw the thing and said, what? The man too good. I can't believe the thing the man doing. So she decided to get a man the highest honor in the Republic of Liberia. She said, I will honor the man for the kind of good work he's doing. Long need to call the team the Ninth Grand Band in the Humane Order of African Redemption. Now what Ellen Johnson said he get a man to honor the man. I said, even Jua Howard Taylor that running will open today, she saw the thing. She said, what? I can't believe it. The man are too good, man. The man too good for the man are too good the way the man helping the country. In fact, she saw the thing for long. She said, you know what? In fact, I in love with the man. The man too good. But the man will say, that one not there. He not doing it for you, Jua. Don't be in love with a man. Yeah, he married. I'm my husband. He only doing it for Liberia because he really loved this country. He launched the Cummins Africa Foundation. Since the man launched the foundation in 14 months, the man had undertaken 22 projects, and he now support 25 different organizations in Liberia, and about 30,000 plus Liberians now benefit from the projects the man now do. He now spent about $289,000 on education, agriculture, and health. The how good a man is. The man paid the wire school fee for 2,322 students. He won. He spent about $106,000 in actually doing it. The man stopped there. The man went to BWI. The man saw BWI. They played dark, no current. All our politicians that been in the country passing around, they never thought about it at all. The man decided, the man said, okay, I will change this thing, and I'm good for the people to be coming to school, no lie. The man buy this big generator. Big generator. The generator can electrify the whole BWI and even provide more current to people outside of BWI. 350 kVA. The generator cost the man $67,000. The man said, BWI, you don't use the generator so people can come to school with light. That the Cummins man they're talking about, they say the men are good, they don't know the man just coming. That the man, my people, when you go vote, remember, Alexander B. Cummins, the man want change the country. The man want make the country better. He said, you gotta stop supporting the politician who been lying to us. Finally, you gotta get together to make our country better. Remember, number 5, Alexander B. Cummins, number 5. They call the man talk and do. The man say he will bring all of us together to help make our country better. So vote wisely. Vote number 5, talk and do.
Having heard the prayers of our people, it seems a plight. I, George Mane Segosiwia, on this 28th day of April 2016, here on the grounds of the Martyred Congress for Democratic Change, do hereby accept the numerous call and declare before you, my countrymen and the Almighty God, that I shall contest the presidency of our beloved country in the 2017 national election. Education. As president, I will declare substandard education a national security threat. Since the failure to adequately educate Liberians might lead to social tension in the future, I will direct more budget resources to improve the quality of education by investing in teacher training, teacher compensation, and benefits, and by reforming the overall educational system. We are in a wreck. We are in a wreck.
Our president are making bad choice for the nation Liberia.
As Liberians prepare to elect a new leader on October 10th, this 2017, political parties are campaigning by placing the pictures of their presidential and vice presidential candidates and also representative aspirants at different locations in the country with campaign messages in an effort to get the 50+1 vote of the election, which leads to getting the presidential and vice presidential offices and a majority vote within any district and to take the representative's seat for the next 6 years. The National Elections Commission of Liberia has in this light released the statistics of the registered electorants and the people who are believed to have the sources of these politicians in their hands. The statistics shows the record of the registered voters about the major political divisions in the country. The statistics. Meanwhile, there are different thoughts amongst Liberians about the elections and their future.
I'm now voting because even you vote for them at the 6 and 7, the Liberians here, they only want it for themselves in their own interest. That's why we don't have nobody to help, we have nobody in the government. Go, I went to the school to go rest my little. She in the same school, I paid $26,000. I deposited $12,000 before registration, $12,000. Why do I want to get that money from? I can't say that I hold it up. Any woman will go in power, she said she didn't get press control. We're going to have president in a nation with they get press control. everything just gets scattered. Then what will go stay on land for me? I'm not going. I register because if I get to the bank, they will ask for it. When I try it, they will ask for the ID card. But for me, I decide to not vote because I'm not putting no one in here. I'm not interested in anyone because I see sincere one.
The only thing I have to say about the election, I only have representatives to vote for the election, and some of my friends are telling me that you get my vote to Alexander Kumi, and I decide to get my vote to Alexander Kumi. That's all. Because Alexander Kumi has a good record for the Liberian all over the world. So when he comes to become president for the country, at least all the youth will get a job to do, and our children will go to good school, to the bank, they will have good education.
One can look at our policy.
Please tell you.
I'm a policy of Unity Party.
Yeah.
12 years I'm selling rap medicine when I require 500 liberty. And today is our day. Looking at the honorable man telling me, he calling me policy. And he knows that a policy not supposed to do this kind of a shameful business. After 12 years, a policy selling rap medicine with a t-shirt, carrying around the street and he calling me policy. Which manner now?
But you are wearing the shirt, so you are still going to vote for him.
I'm not voting for him. I'm disgracing the party because the party doesn't bring no change after 12 years. Because I started to sell the business before 12 years. And the party, I voted for the party in the past time. And I expected the party to make a change. But when the party came there, they called us Zogo. They ran behind all the same all short beach. Wasted our years. We learned no trade, we learned nothing. We come back, they looking at us selling ramen. All t-shirt to wear, embracing all calling all policy. That today tomorrow when they win and they call us Zogo, and they take writing all around here, be running behind people. We're not foolish. We are not stupid.
Wow.
If we leave with other people who stupid work for me, I'm not stupid. A policy when I say you go in a professional country, you won't see a policy wearing t-shirt saying a kind of a business. What I even cost 200 liberty as a typical policy of UP party. When we put in there tomorrow, they call us Zogo. And they beat on us. They get all around some people serving around us. But today they are looking at us calling all policy. They're calling all members of the century now. They call it all good people because they want power from us, they want our vote. But now we are not stupid. We know who we're voting for and we know who we will carry. I'm not a stupid man.
Wow.
You look at me and tell me I'm an honorable man, you say policy. Now why do I say I'm a partisan? I'm not denying the fact, but look at the business. It even cost 500 liberty. And you look at me selling rap medicine and roaches in your t-shirt, you say policy. Be ashamed of a policy selling rap medicine after 12 unbreakable years. Will all but change. You see people selling Panda. They still selling Panda for 10 years. You buying bag of rap for 8,000. Half bag of rap 4,000. One make a change. A nation need a change after 12 years. Okay, you say we're from war. Now another most.
Vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party. Joking and Joking Bronski, what an emmo, John Nemo, Lamungung, Kolamatodo, Kokanka Libra Mapi, Sukarkan, no Willie Jody, brown skin, Kolamatodo, Kolando Oni, Ko President Oni, Ko Tubado, Kolamatodo, Ko Yidado, Mofo Fala, Mofo Yidi. We do it for the purpose, so you must do it for us. LEC bala 5 minutes, you bring current for us. Brown skin like the men who bring road in the land. More job for the youth, good education. Take Zogo from the street and give them profession. Justice for all, no discrimination. Healthy all day, you must better join up. Brown skin and come, they can do better. Mama La Priya, it's time to shine, it's time to change, time to grow. Liberty Party, they will do it for us. Vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party. Joking and Joking Bronski.
I stand today because I believe in you. Because I believe in you.
And I will stand tomorrow because I believe that together we can do better.
Our time now come to make the choice. Let's work together and build this nation. Liberty Party.
Hello, my fellow Liberians. As we come to the end of campaigning for this upcoming very historical elections, I want to thank you for the confidence you've shown in me. I want to thank you for allowing me to show you what I can do, the skills I bring, my beliefs in you in Liberia, and my commitment to changing our country. I thank you for the support I know I'll get on Tuesday as we all head to the polls. For too long, our country has been ruled by corrupt and incompetent people. You have a chance on Tuesday to select a different kind of leader. You have the opportunity on Tuesday to take Liberia back for you, for us, and for our children. I know Liberians will make the right decision. But no matter who you support, let's please ensure that we have a peaceful election. At the end of the day, no matter what side you're on, we're all Liberians. This has to be for and about our country. This is why I'm running for president, to change our country for the benefit of all Liberians, to bring opportunities to all Liberians. And we can do this. So I thank you. I'm looking forward on October 25th, when results are officially announced, to be named together with Ambassador Jeremiah Solente as President and Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party. Joking and Joking Bronski, what an emo, John Nemo, Lamungum, Polamotodo, Kokankaliba Mapi, Sukarkan, no Willie Jody, brown skin, Polamotodo, Polando Oni, President Oni, Utubado, Polamotodo, Kuidado, Mufo Fala, Mufo Yidi. We do it for the purpose, so you must do it for us. LEC Bala 5 minutes, you bring current for us. Brown skin lady men who bring road in the land. More job for the youth, good education. Take Zogo from the street and give them profession. Justice for all, no discrimination. Just be all day, you must better join up. Brown skin and Kame, they can do better. Mama La Priya, it's time to shine, it's time to change, time to grow. Liberty Party, they will do it for us. Vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party, vote Liberty Party. Joking and Joking Bronski, what an emo, John Nemo, Lamungum, Polamotodo, Kokankaliba Mapi, Sukarkan, no Willie Jody, brown skin, Polamotodo, Orlando Oni, President Oni, Liberty Party all day. Put your hands in the air, it's time to change. Our time now come to make the choice.
You know, when you talk about peace, I want to remind you that Liberia was considered one of the most peaceful nations up until 1980. Yes, we did have a little, lapse in the period of peace, but we have embarked upon another century or more of peace that will continue to prevail in Liberia. Nothing will stop this peace. You know, it's a good thing that Ambassador Andy is reminding us of the necessity of peace. But we want to assure you, the international community and political parties, and most importantly the people of Liberia, that there will be no more war in this country because we are tired. But we want to caution you. We want to caution political parties. We want to caution the government to stop doing the things that causes war. You must stop arresting journalists. You must stop closing down radio stations. You must stop violating the code of conduct. Because those are things that causes problems in our country. And we want to admonish our Vice President and all political leaders, all of those that are ascending to the highest office of our country, to speak out against these ills. Because if you don't, we will have problems. We want to thank all of you Liberians who continue to persevere through hardship and difficulties. You must keep the peace. We must remain united, and we must fight to move our country forward. We congratulate you all on this UN Day. It's a day of love and peace. And I end with telling you about the All Liberian Party. We have 25 musts in the All Liberian Party. And among them is we must educate our people. We must bring safe drinking water. We must do this and we must do that. But I'm in love with the first and the last must of the All Liberian Party. The first one is we must reconcile our country. We must reconcile and unite Liberia. And the last must is that we must love one another. It's this love that I bring to you, all my people. We love you and God bless you.